Alright, welcome. I hope you're having a blissful day. Certainly glad to have you here. The HRE is probably one of the most complex systems in the entire game. I think you can agree. And so today we are going to explore most of all the mechanics that can be offered in a single playthrough there. So I'm going to play as Home. Home is a very special nation in the HRE. And so yeah, I'm going over here to, this is not gonna be quite a tutorial, but I'm gonna try to make it as much educational as possible, trying to give a lot of the good things to know about all the mechanics, to make sure that if you play in the HRE you can, you know, bounce up of every little difficulties that can be brought in. The general goal is just to have a vast knowledge of all the mechanics to make sure like you understand what to do and what you should do and what you should not do. So the first thing that's worth mentioning is probably like the whole thing with the HRE. So like the HRE is composed of very various like nations there. Some are more powerful than some others. For example, the first thing that's worth mentioning is the Emperor. The Emperor obviously has a lot more power. Like you can become a empire, you have more manpower as well, you can have a various lot of bonuses if you do pass some of the reforms over here. So usually the Emperor of the HRE is the strongest, but the thing is the Emperor also have a lot to do. They have to control the entire HRE on its own. Next we have the electors over here. So the electors is pretty much simple. We have the ability as an elector to choose what will be the next emperor. Right now we can see they all choose the Austria as the next emperor, but it's also worth noting that the electors they can become a kingdom, contrary to all the princes. So the princes over here, the free cities and the princes all can become only duchies. You cannot go beyond that. And so speaking of which, we having 12 free cities across the HRE, while the rest is all just regular princes. And the free cities over here have some special mechanics about it. So we are ourselves a free city there. We can open up this map over here. There's 6 free cities around us, and some 6 others up top there. And so you can see over here all the princes in green, the electors in orange or brown, and the emperor in this color over here, reddish color over here. And so our goal for this playthrough will be to play as Home. That's what we're doing right now in Iron Man. We'll try over here to become the emperor of the HRE. Right now it's not gonna be very easy. We cannot be the emperor, because to become an emperor we need to change the government type. We are the wrong government type. This means we have to be a monarchy, and right now Home is a republic there. So what we're gonna do over here is we're gonna try to go all over here in the reforms, and we're gonna have to pick this here executive power and turn into a monarchy. This playthrough here is not about to become the emperor as fast as possible. One of my intentions here is to play as a kind of regular way to play, to make sure that we can summarize all the mechanics and all the stuff that's around the HRE there. So we start over here as a free city. We have some bonuses attributed to us. We have 20% the development cost over here. We have more trade efficiency and 1 diplomatic relations, as well as some burger influence there. And that's not it, actually. The free cities also have more stuff about it. If you declare war on the free cities, no matter what, you will have to deal with the emperor no matter what. And so the free cities are very well defended by the in the HRE, and they are kind of difficult over here to take out. And so here we are playing as Home. Home is one of the free cities, as I said, and it's not necessarily the best free cities, but it's not the worst. I think the best is probably Frankfurt over here. It's a city that's producing papers over here, farmlands. It's half of a castle, day one. While over here we have one great project over here. We're producing clothes, it's not too bad, and we are in the grassland. So all in all, we are pretty mid, but a Home great power really comes from its name. Come on, man, Home, it's very cool. And so the first thing that we are going to do over here is obviously we want to pick the military over here. I always like to do this. We are craven here, that's not very good. So we're starting with some moral penalties over here apparently. So the pick of the rebels over here is gonna be very important. So I'm gonna put that as late as possible to see what will be the potential targets over here. The idea over here is obviously to make sure that if I were to put somewhere as a rebel, I want to declare on him as fast as possible. And so we don't want to put as a rebel a nation that is allied to Austria or Bohemia. As at the beginning of the game like this, it's just not necessarily the best way to, you know, to start your game. So we are going to over here to go immediately with the estates. So I'm gonna summon the diet, I'm gonna seize land to make sure that I don't forget, and I'm gonna, you know, put that on the side. I'm gonna go over here. We obviously we want to go with the religious states, you know, the monarch point. I want to go with the oversight by the clergy. I would like to go maybe with church sanctuary over here. We want to have the development of temples, the religious diplomats, and that will be it actually. Eventually it could be a good idea to go for religious cultures, but I just don't want to lose the 5 crown just yet. Next we are going to go over here with the +1 for the military. I'm gonna go with the supremacy over the crown, and I'm gonna go with nobility officer rights. Over here the 1 diplo power. I'm not going for the patronage of art because I don't want to be stuck with that. Instead we are going to go with free enterprise over here. I'm gonna go with the city expansion privilege over here, and burghers monopoly rights over here. Don't click on this one, burghers financial demand. It's pretty nice, but the thing is, to activate the construct cost over here, you also need to have a port, and since we are in the middle of the land, we are just nowhere close to any seas, so it's gonna just be stuck and having some influence for pretty much nothing, so it's not very worthwhile to click on this one. So for the agenda over here, I'm gonna pick the home over here, so just to develop my nation +8 on the production over here. It's always nice to do as they want to put all the nations that are important next to us, so France, Burgundy over here, Venice, to put the interest over here, the special interest. I'm gonna even put the Ottomans over here to make sure that I'm full aware of what's happening with these guys. Alright, and so we are going to, they want to just click on to gain the general over here and to get this agenda already done over here. So yeah, it's already done, nice. We are already losing prestige, nice. And we want to lose the cavalry over here. Rule of thumb over here, generally the cavalry is not very worthwhile at the one, because as a small nation, that is because the cavalry costs double amount of money and does not offer the double amount of power, so it's just worth to have instead more troops, more regular troops than you having a single cavalry there. I'm gonna make the general a ruler as well. Okay, so we are 30th of November over here, so now it's probably the good time to pick the rivals over here. So the general pick over here is you don't want to pick any free city over here, because if you were to declare on the free city, you also have to declare on Austria, and just we don't want that. We are going to instead try to pick the other ones next to it. Alright, and also it's worth mentioning over here, we depending on your gameplay style, what I'm gonna do over here is I'm gonna like spark rampage all across the whole HRE. I'm going to put blood all over the place, so I'm going to play full aggressive over here. What I'm gonna do over here is I'm gonna try to pick the any rivals that are not next to me, so I will be able to do the conquest around me and the humiliate on the ones a bit further away of me. So for this reason, I'm picking Ansbach over here. I will be picking this guy, Eaglegast, and this guy over here, Gutenberg. Alright, and also the fact that we are free city, we also have the free city company over here. It's pretty much just a copy from the free company there. It's literally the exact same thing over here. So I'm gonna pick this one guy and I'm gonna hire him. I'm gonna get ready for the first war that we're gonna have. So also it's worth mentioning, I didn't mention it, but like to be able to declare on your neighbors around him, you need to have a casus belli over here. Just let me take a look over here. If I were to declare on Ansbach, since I have the emulation CB over here, no one will join except for his vassal over here. If I were to declare, for example, in Mainz, where I don't have any claims our accessibility over here, Austria will automatically be joined on it. So like that is something that I was not aware the first time that I played the HRE, and I was like, I'm not understanding it. But yeah, so you need to have a valid accessibility to make sure that the Austria will not join in. That is also if you're not declaring on a free city over here. The free city will always have the emperor joining over here. So yeah, you need to be fully aware of that. So that's the reason why I'm totally avoiding to declare on the free cities. So 11 of December I can pick this one up, and now I have claims all around me, so that's pretty good. And I think I'm gonna declare on Ensback. I could declare on Ensback. So the first thing that you're gonna do over here, so the thing is, we often want to conquer all our neighbors first, but we are a free city, and to keep our free city status, we cannot grow any size at all. We need to remain a OPM the entire time. And so what I want to do is I want to develop my country as much as possible before losing my free city status. Eventually I have to let it go, but like the minus 20 discount of development, it's very worth it at the beginning. So that's the reason why I don't want to lose it just yet. And so we are going, instead of just doing conquest and all that stuff, we don't want to grow in size too much. We can vassalize our neighbor around us, but we want to actually humiliate them and try to get as much monarch points so we can grow faster and stronger than anybody else around us. Okay, so let's start our war. What I'm gonna do over here is I'm gonna ask for military access with this guy over here. I want to go immediately for Bank, so we are just going to declare right now for humiliation CB over here. Okay, so just like that, I think he will not be able to run anywhere. I mean. And there we go, stack wipe over here. If you want, you should definitely have the military access map over here so you can see where you can move and where you cannot move. So I cannot reach his vassal over here. His vassal, by the way, has a castle, so that's a bit annoying, but I knew full well he was going to have it. It's fine. So what I'm gonna do over here is I'm gonna ask military access to this guy Nuremberg over here, which is a free city as well, and I'm gonna go immediately for his troops. He has only 1k over here, so I don't even need to bring in all my army there. I'm just going to go there, and yeah, that's it. And I'm not want to lose too much unit for attrition, so I'm just gonna leave one man over here just to make sure that he does not make any more troops over here. I'm just gonna return home with these guys over here. So we want to do this kind of slowly over here. We don't want to, it's easy sometimes to declare war on all our neighbors over here, but we are not going to do this. We are going to be small and remain small. We're gonna chill here. In the meantime, we can use our diplomats to improve the relations with our neighbors, because it's gonna be very useful. Because one thing that is also very difficult within the HRE is the coalition there. So we really don't want to have a coalition. So the best way to make sure that we don't get a coalition is to make sure that everybody around us loves us. So yeah, in the meantime, I guess I can remove the army maintenance over here. Why not? Oh, and by the way, I'm not gonna wait over here for having the Renaissance spawning. I'm just going to immediately try to improve my nation so day one. So I'm gonna even put military points and everything in there. No problem. Okay, so I don't really want to siege the fort over here, so I think I'm just gonna leave Mbak in this sad state over here. I'm just gonna wait for him to give me the white towel, so like I can do the short strength over him. So instead, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to declare on over here Wittenberg to do the same thing we want to do in Militia War. Is allied with a Rothenburg and Nuremberg over here, so we are gonna move my troops over here. So by fort over here, yes, we want to do humiliation CB and just like that go. We are ready, and boom, we are already annihilating his troops over here. Cool, we got this. When you have troops in your town, you can always sortie, so we're just gonna wait over here to have additional troops over here, like that, stack wipe, and life is easy, baby. Okay, and just like that, you can see now I occupied this fort just because he did through the towel there, so that's pretty good. So like that, it's over. I didn't even have to siege it down. It's just, yeah. So what we want to do over here is a show strength. Show strength is It's an interesting deal over here because you cannot take money, you cannot take war rep, you cannot take anything at all. It's just a 100% peace deal, and that gives you 100 monarch points for each. So like I'm gonna have 100 admin, 100 deploy, and 100 military there. So that's the reason why I'm going to do as much assimilation war as possible, is because I want to grow in tech as fast as possible. I want to develop my country like crazy, make sure that I get very high dev and get very strong, although I'll be just a one province miner. And so to achieve that, I really need as much monarch points as possible. So that's, yeah, we're gonna go with this over here. Okay, and so like that we can 5-speed this here. It's worth saying that we can have some advisor over here. I took for the rare occasions that I will, taking the land force limit over here, so it pays around for himself there, and also took the stability cost modifier over here, so I was able to then stab up a bit there. And we are just pretty much waiting for these capital here to fall down. Oh yeah, and let's not forget, we want also to be friendly with the Pope, so like we get a little bit over here of papacy. I intend to become, well, to stay a Catholic, so yeah, we don't want to become Protestant or anything, so we want to please the Pope as much as possible. So when you declare wars like this on a nation like Wittenberg over here, what usually will be happening there is other princes around will also declare on him, so like that, but then just declare the conquest there, so it's fine. I'm actually all good with that. So what be happening there is I could then declare on Baden, because that will be shorting the truce and everything will be fine for me. All right, so with the peace deal over here, what we want to do is we want to take money, war rep. Sometimes it's good to take the transfer trade power, but though we want to take a look on which trade is. So right now these two guys are part of the Rhine land over here, so it's not really part of my land. So my trade is more the Vienne over here, and we are pushing from the Pest and the Bohemia over here to get to our economy there. So the transfer trade power over here will not do anything. So what we want to do instead, we want to farm prestige, and also we want to make sure that our neighbors are happy with us. So I'm gonna give up claims there. We can try to pillage if it gives you anything. To me, it does not give anything. And so we just like that, we want to just put anything over here just to make sure that we get close to 100%, so we have a lot more prestige. I'm gonna do exactly the same thing with this guy over here. So just like that, I'm just going to give it claims and war rep and whatnot. As for this guy, we are sadly just forced to take the show strength. That's what we want to do over here. And that's it. That's our two first wars. We are already going very much well. We want to have these tech as soon as possible, so I'm not gonna spend my points on anything. I'm not going to develop my nation, for example. I'm just gonna wait there. So Ingolstadt over here just next to us just got it to a PU under a land shot, so it's not necessarily like a rare, it's not something rare is happening there. Munich can also be part of this party there, so so because of this I did lost Ingolstadt as my rival there, so I'm going to check what will be the best between these three. So Augsburg over here has nothing but like is free city next to him, so I think that would be the easy one to take. So really, if you want to conquer a free city there, that's the way that you want to do it. You want to actually declare on a guy like this guy over here to do a conquest. So if I were to do a conquest on this guy, as I said multiple times, we are having to fight Austria there. It's pretty bad because there's also bringing all his allies. But if I were to declare on this guy instead, the free city will be part of the party there, and so we can annex through Augsburg there, the free city. That's the way to do actually if you don't want to deal with the emperor. But I don't really care, so I'm gonna do a militia rival over here, and we are going to immediately go for them. So I'm gonna go like this, all my force together, and then we are going to take these guys at the same time. So he just reinforced there, but it's no matter, they are too weak, and just like that. It's a stack wipe, and we are pretty much just bound to wait again. Alright, so the war is over, and with this guy over here, we do want to do the trade power because he is part of my trade node over here. So yeah, we want to do this, and we just want to give claims. Give claims on me, yeah, we don't want that. And as for this guy over here, we just want to do the show strength. So yeah, we really just want to stack as much as possible points. So just like that, we got 300 points more than all our neighbors just around us. And like that, we can already pick the tech 4 of the military technology there. So that's pretty good. So here's the situation right there. So we can declare on Baden over here because we do have a claims around our neighbors here, but we pretty much have truce with most of them. But this guy over here, we don't have a truce with. But the thing is, this guy is allied with Austria, which is it's a bit too early right now to declare war on Austria. We're gonna chill for a moment there. Instead, what we can go with this guy over here, but this guy is a junior partner with land shot, so that's a lot to conquer over here. But it has 8k 9k for land shot. But the thing is, this guy is disloyal, so this means he will not intervene in any fights. He will not try to siege me down. He's just gonna chill there for a very long time. So what I can abuse of that, so I can declare on this guy, and I'm gonna go immediately for Nassau, which is up there. There's no fort in there, so that's the reason why I want to take him out as soon as possible. While I would just gonna wait for these guys to probably siege me down, then I will be able to turn back on him, and just like that we'll be able to win and see if maybe Ingolstadt will declare independence. We'll see what happens there. So let's go. So we go immediately for Nassau over here. Wow, he has a 3-star general right there. Okay, so I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna wait what he's going to do over here. Eventually he should go for my capital, I think, right? Here we go. So he did win for my capital there, and you can see that Ingolstadt over here. He's just gonna stay on the border, but he will not intervene. Okay, Nassau is done. We want to go and deal with this right now. Wow, damn it, he's running away. That's not very good. So Nassau over here, we can vassalize him, but let's not do anything like the sort right now. We want to pick the best of the best vassal, and Nassau is not really there, so I'm just gonna make him give up claims, and hope he does not want to. I'm just gonna wait there and take money. That's it. So to deal with this situation over here, I'm actually gonna try to siege down land shot over here without going into Ingolstadt over here land, so he does not intervene in the fight. If I go in his land, he will jump on me, but if I don't, he will not. Or I should not. Alright, so since we are a republic there, we're always having this election thing there. So if you take over here, you will lose 10 republic tradition there. So what you want to do is you want to keep your leader as much as possible, as long as you have the army tradition, the republic tradition over here, and as long as he is young. So like below 50 is kind of young, above that is kind of old. So right now he's still young, so even though like he's craven, I'm still gonna keep him. So I'm gonna gonna keep it, and you make sure that you can see he's also much bigger, much better every time you re-elect him. So that's the reason why you want to keep it. And the beauty with the Republic is just it's very something like gives you a lot of monarch points compared to the monarchy there. Monarchy, you always stuck with an awful heir. You have to disinherit him, and you get another bad one. You take a lot of hit with your prestige, while in Republic it's just so much easier to have the best one. Just have to make sure that he is young. Okay, so we are both sieging our capital there, but he will win before me because, well, I don't have a fort in my town while he does have one here. I did put back some of my troops I left there, so you know, I don't lose the sieging, or also to make sure he does not scare away. And just I'm gonna go over here. We have the same amount of troops, but we have some over here in our capitals that we can use. So as soon as we get there, we do the sorting. You can see he should not be intervening there. Alright, and stack wipe just like that. Easy. Okay, I kept an eye on Nassau. Right now he will accept the deal there. So we're just gonna piece him out. So we got our tech 4 on it in every aspect there, in that because we were so fast for doing this. We actually have like 12 innovation over here, so that's pretty good. Starting with a lot of innovation at the beginning is always very good. So the first reform that I'm gonna pick over here is the Republicanism over here with the yearly Republican tradition 0.2, so we're making sure that it goes up a bit faster. Alright, strange decision from him there. I decided to go for my capital, which I'm actually very happy with this here. Yes, you can go for it, and then I will be able to do the sortie there. And in the meantime, I'm gonna siege down his capital. He just lost everything there. And it's a stack wipe. Boom. So I think, I don't know if it's the best decision. The first, the deal will be, I'm gonna actually vassalize Landshot over here. I can do it. I'm not gonna have a coalition because right now we just did nothing yet. So that is gonna get up there, but it's eventually will be going down. So the reason why I'm doing something so aggressive at the beginning is just so to make sure like everybody around there will have the aggressive expansion going down. And I'm hesitating if I want to release this guy over here. Yeah, I think so. I think I'm gonna release this guy. So just like that, we did a peace deal there. So right now he's my subject. So because this guy was a personal union under Landshot there, he's actually now free. So I don't have it. I just have Landshot there. So I'm just gonna make sure that he's happy. I'm gonna pay his debts there. So I'm just gonna be easy way to make him sure he's loyal to me. And the reason why I want him as a vassal is because all over here he's gonna be a sweet vassal over here trying to protect me from Austria or anybody from the east there. But by doing that, I was full aware I just lost a lot of a valid rival around me, so it's actually it's okay. I think I'm gonna make Baden my rival there. Oh, and also never hesitate over here to seize land. So even though like this is gonna make some rebels to pop out, it's never a problem because we know full well what they're gonna be spawning. They're gonna spawn on my capital there. So if I do this, it's just gonna be easy. Just make sure that you pay for your troops and everything gonna be easy. That's also worth pointing out there. Well, here's the thing. You don't really want to annex a vassal that is part of the HRE, because if you do that, everybody, all the princes around you, every single princess will all have a nasty hit because you annex one prince of the HRE. If you start to have a lot of vassals around you, you vassalize the princes around you and you keep annexing them, you eventually it's gonna be so high. I think it's a hit of 25 points or 50 points. So you really want to be sure of what we're doing when you're annexing a prince there. And I don't really want to annex this guy at all. I'm not ready for that. So for this reason, I'm gonna make him actually a march, so he's gonna be a bit stronger for me. With that, I think I'm gonna take this here. So we want to have a bit cheaper guy over here. We do want to have buildings going, and I don't really have the money, so I do want to take some loans for doing that. Oh, okay, and Munich just got a valid rival to me. That's pretty good. So yeah, I do want to go for yeah, Munich actually. That's very good. Never mind, actually, scratch that. It's guaranteed by Bohemia there. I didn't see that. Oh, actually, maybe it just happened. That's very unfortunate there. Let's make sure that we have the special interest with this guy over here. And you can see that Ingolstadt just got declared on all his neighbors around him, so that's pretty bad for him. Alright, and just like that, we have Renaissance in our capital. Just to make sure that you don't waste points, you want to have the church here, to have the development of temples over here, the -5, the reduction here, and the burgers also -10 over here, just to make sure that, you know, it's a bit cheaper. And now we can embrace it for 1 ducat. Okay, and so whenever you are able to declare war on someone, you do it. So even though like you cannot gain too much over here, I'm gonna still declare on Salzburg over here because he's just allied with nobody, just with one free city there, so it's gonna be just easy. So here we go. We want to stack wipe his army there, and we are pretty much just easy win. Here we go. And you can see that my march is just taking care of the other guy. He's actually, with his 3-star general, he's not doing as bad for sure. There we go. He just took him out. Alright, so with that we can stop paying for our army. Okay, so the war is pretty much over here. With Constance, we just, you just want to have the money, we want to have the trade power, and that's it. As for this guy over here, now it's true, I can take this land, I can transfer that to my subject, and I can take it. But the thing is, here's the thing that I didn't mention is Austria is going to ask this land back unless I am allied with Austrian over here, and I don't really can do it, and honestly I don't really want to do it as well in the HRE. There's 2 ways to play in the HRE. You can play easy mode, which is to ally with the emperor, and while you are allied with the emperor, what's happening there is you can take every single provinces with impunity, will never ask him back. Or you can play as a rival, kind of the emperor, and this time every time you take a province he will be asking it back. And the thing is, if you give it back, you just, it's lost. It's gonna give back, and then it will be asking for more provinces. As long as you don't give all of them back, it will be keep asking for these provinces. Or if you refuse, what's happening there is you're gonna have a hit with all the princes around will have a minus 15 relations in the minus against you, and you're also giving a casus belli to the emperor for going at war with you because you refuse to give it back, this land. So I don't really want to handle this thing over here just yet. Eventually I will, but you know, it's time. When you are in the HRE, you don't want to be too quick. You want to take it slow. You want to take it chill there. So instead, what I'm gonna do, I'm actually going to force him to give up claims with people, take the trade power and the money and yada yada. And there we go. Okay, and so here's some development there. So as always, we want to seize land, want to deal with the rebels there. Over here, we start with level 1 center of trade. Over here, we're an emporium there. That's the case for most of the free city there. Just some, like these guys, I don't know, they suck to be them. They don't have any of that. But some already have the market town, so it's really worth to actually improve that as fast as possible. I didn't do it. I think I'm a bit of a slight mistake, but it's very worth to take them loans to do it. So I'm gonna take a lot of loans, it's okay, and I'm gonna pay get it immediately. So that gave me some local development there and a lot of money from the local trade power. It's actually very worth it to do it. And actually the Switzerland just declare to get the rebel against me, so I will definitely be doing that. And if I were to take a look over here, is allied with Aragon and 3 league over here, but the Aragonese is not having a good time over here. He's actually getting his ass whooped by the French there. So if I take a look with this here, Aragon will not even join him, so it's pretty good. So yeah, it's an easy Militian war. We're definitely always going for that for sure to get the points. So there you go, a Militian rebel over here. Aragon will not join, and there we go, easy. Go immediately for the 3 league over here, hoping that I will be able to catch him before he leaves. No, he was not there. Oh well. The problem with Switzerland is we have a lot of fort to go through, and he will be going for my capital there. It's actually fine. In the meantime, let's build a spy network on him. Tech 5, you want to take those as soon as possible. Soon we'll be able to take the other Tech 5 over here. So I'm just gonna wait here to make sure that he's locked. So 17, yeah, will arrive also as 17, 16, let's see. Oh, I took it before him, so he should, yep. The minus there, the debuff. Insane. All right, perfect, beautiful. I literally just lost nothing there. All right, tier 3 over here with the government. Some who likes to go with rotation over here. I prefer to go with freaking elections over here, so I have a better control on what's happening there. So like that, with freaking elections, what's happening there is you will be able to, yeah, the election will happen more often, and like that we'll be able to regain another guy fast as possible and to develop him and make him stronger. As long as we have the Republic tradition though. Okay, so everything here is going pretty much well. You can see my march here is doing the work there. He did took down his capital on its own there. Yeah, with his 3-star general there, is actually very strong. Okay, so the war is pretty much over. So with 3 leagues over here, 3 league is pretty much one of the best vassal to have here. Unfortunately, yeah, he is a vassal of Switzerland, but I cannot have him as a vassal myself because it's a Militian war. So unfortunately, that's off the table. So I will not even be able to, yeah, I wanted to do a peace deal over here. I didn't realize that it was a subject, but yeah, we'll have to take it from Switzerland there. I'm just gonna do a show strength, yeah. After, when the war is over, now we can upgrade our troops. Don't do it while at war, because if you do that, the moral of army will go all the way to 0, and that could spark the other guys to jump on you in the meantime. So I like to go with the defensive guy first, so I'm gonna go with the men at arms here. That allows us to get all the way to Tech 5, and now the first idea groups that I'm gonna take over here is the mercenaries idea. A very underrated idea group there. It's very good, especially if you are in the HRE, so I'm gonna definitely go with this here. And I didn't speak about the Ulmer ideas over here. They are pretty much average. It's not too good, not too bad. We have the trade efficiency over here, land leader, maneuver +1, with the earlier armor tradition as the finisher. It's pretty good. And then we have over here the burgers neighbors loyalty over here, the diplomatic relations, the yearly prestige, the fort defense plus 25, that's pretty good. The production efficiency plus 10%, that's also pretty good. And this here machinery discipline will work just fine with our missionaries idea there, so it's very good as well. And terrorism of the true face is okay. Also, the fact that we are having an obscure idea group like missionaries idea over here, we always having to have the too innovative because we are the first of taking it. So that's also another way to get a lot of there. Okay, now I can ally France, and I think I will do it. I don't want to be the nice guy. I don't want to be allied with Austria. I actually want to do the reverse there, so I want to actually rage rampage on the across the HRE for now, and then one will become the emperor. We'll turn this. We'll do a 180 degree there, but for now we're just gonna make him my ally there. We want over here to take the aggressive expansion, obviously, to make sure that the HRE is always at low as much as possible. And perhaps now it is the time to make Austria my rival. I'm actually going to do it right now. Alright, I don't know if it's a bug or anything, but I can make these guys back to my rivals, so I'm gonna do it. The worst that can be happening is just it's gonna be lost eventually, so I'm gonna do it now. Right now I cannot do emulation CB with him because I'm still having a truce with him. I'm just hoping that we're gonna keep the rival until then. Alright, we got this again. I was rival to Austria, but I lost it, so right now he picked me again as the he bestowed my great honor. Sure, yeah, I am the best one, yeah. Okay, our truce with Augsburg over here just over. We're just waiting for the end of the month to get the emulation CB over here. Yes, that's what we want to do. So we want to do the emulation CB. These two guys will join in. It's okay. And I got this event, very horrible event there. I will lose. It's either I lose a lot of army tradition and army professionalism, or I lose like making the missionary cost and missionary manpower like to be very bad. So I'm just gonna wait here to do my fighting against these two guys over here, and then we're gonna click whatever here. I'll probably take the first one there. So one is down and the second is down, and I think my march just took out the other ones. Oh, he survived there, so let's just try if I can reach for him. Okay, the war is pretty much over here. So Regensburg over here, we want, you know the drill. They give up claims, give me the trade power. Very good actually, because it's over here it's a trade market, so it's gonna be much better to have him, giving me half of the trade power. So we take that from him. For this guy next to me, I think I'm gonna go with this over here. Humiliate, transfer power, money and stuff. I was wondering if I want to do a white peace with him, so I can go to war back to him as soon as possible. But now I'm thinking about it, he is after all is a free city, so I will have to deal with Austria. I don't really want to do that like this, so instead I'm just gonna do it this way. And with this guy I'm just going to do the show strength over here. And we can see that I keep going with the show strength, and it really pays off. We are really far ahead compared to all our neighbors over here in tech wise and everything there. You can see over here, for example, Austria is just tech 4 over here and is struggling to get the ideas going. As for me over here, I'm going already to number 3 over here with the ideas. I'm tech 5 on everything here, and actually I want to get this idea before going to tech 6, which is a very important tech. But before doing that, I would like to have the military technology cost minus 10% here, which is something to be considered. With the points now, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna encourage development here. I'm gonna go with this, and we're now going to having this all the way to 45 means I can take the expand infrastructure 3 over here to level 3. Yeah, we want to do that. And for the rest, I do want to actually lower the inflation here, so I'm gonna go do it 3 times, so the advisors are a bit less expensive. Okay, next war will be with Wittenberg over here. As you can see, he does not own any troops at all, and Bosnia will not join. Bosnia is far away, so it's a bit annoying to get all the way there, so it's gonna be easy. Okay, the war is pretty much over. So what I'm gonna do over here, very interesting. I think I'm gonna go vassalizing Strasbourg right there. So he will be protecting my west. He has a lot of claims around me, so around him. So that could be a good thing for me to make sure that I can get to war with other princes around. So yeah, I'm gonna do it. Next over here, well, Constance over here, the usual, just trade power and money, yada yada. yeah, I'm just making sure that you enforce military access with me, so I can access to my march there. So you know, trade power money and whatnot. And for the Wittenberg himself, I think I'm just gonna do a concede defeat. Honestly, he does not have money. He does not have anything. Only 10 decades if I take everything. And like honestly, I just want to have a short truce. Maybe this can open up to other situation. So I'm just gonna do a concede defeat so I can have the 10 prestige, even though like it's still useless. I'm just gonna do it. It's pretty much just a white piece, honestly. Okay, like I like to do over here, we'll make him a march there. You're gonna be loyal and just like that. And I don't really also have the intentions to annex him anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna make him a beautiful march. Yeah, I hope he will keep this castle there. My other march there did destroy his castle because it was too poor, so yeah, let's hope that this time he will keep it. And so we're gonna try to improve relation as soon as possible as well. As usual, don't be afraid to seize the land over here. My march is stuck in this, so it's even easier. Yes, so we lost these two guys as my rivals there. Let's see what no, okay, well, this is so weird. We can't have Baden Mao as a rival. We can have Augsburg back. Okay. The problem with Baden though is it's still allied with Austria there. I would like to declare on Austria eventually, but I would like to have maybe France part of it, or I would like to be Tech 6 to do this though. Right now we are just a few points away from getting to Tech 6. I think I'm gonna declare on Burgundy as well, and I could declare on Burgundy immediately for the conquest of Lorraine there, and I could maybe make France join me there. Yeah, let's do it. So I'm gonna make friends join in. I could give him some land. I will be kind of careful there on what I give him, so like it does not get too strong. I don't want friends to be out of control for sure. So yeah, let's do this. All right, beautiful there. So I was taking friends there because I know that Burgundy has a lot of forts, with all the subjects and all that stuff. That's so much forts that yeah, it's gonna take too long for me to do that. I just want to do quick wars every time. So friends will for sure help me out there and make sure that it does not take forever. And also like keep a note that he did declare on Savoy, so he's busy. His whole troop is all the way down here. So yep, hello man. Tier 4, I'm gonna go with maintain balance of power over here to make sure that we have the nice estate loyalty +5, but also the diplomats here. We need as much diplomat as possible in the HRE to make sure that we can always bring down the bad relations and the aggressive expansions at the same time. All right, here we go. Tech 6 on every category. Don't mind if I do. Okay, I can get a new ability over here. I think I'm gonna go with the ablative combat terrain over here. So every time that I will be at a battle over here within a grassland, it means I will have additional bonus here for my rolls, so +1. It's actually pretty good. All right, let's not drag this any longer. We're pretty much down, you know, finished with Burgundy over here. So the peace deal, I will not do anything with Israel because I failed to take him anything from him, but you know, it doesn't matter. So what I'm gonna do over here, I'm gonna take these two provinces over here to give it to my subjects, since Burgundy is not part of the HRE. It's, you know, it's not gonna be asked back for from Austria. Well, actually Lorraine is. Let's see if he will be asking. If not, we'll just say no. And I'm gonna give these three provinces here to France. He's gonna be losing 2 trusts. It's okay. I'm pretty sure he will be coming over here, no problem. I'm also going to release a lot of people over here, 68 on the depot, but I'm thinking already in the future, so I probably these guys will be princes, HRE princes, so they could be good to have them out just yet. So yeah, I'm gonna release these 3 guys, sorry, and I can even release more guys eventually if I were to go back to war with Burgundy. So that's gonna be the deal there. So I could go right back to war with these guys over here, but my mercenaries are pretty much dead. Their reserve is out, so it's maybe time over here to replace them. The only thing is I do want to take this here before doing that, so this will make sure that by hiring any mercenaries I will not lose army professionalism when hiring them. And let's not forget too about the strong duchy, so we want to get that since I have 2 subjects. I definitely forgot a bit there, so yeah, we want to do that and make sure that they are, you know, a bit more loyal. They are very loyal anyway, so yeah, pretty good. There you go, we can take that. So now we can hire our mercenaries without losing the army person. But I'm just gonna wait just a moment there. I'm actually kind of losing money because I'm, you know, getting these expensive advisors there. But it's so worth it. I do want to have more rank points to be before anything else, that's for sure. Bohemia wants to be my ally. Sure, I can be your ally. Ooh, I think he's gonna declare on Hungary there. Let's hope he will not be calling me in this war. I don't think he can though. He doesn't have the favor. So Hungary, yeah, Hungary is not having the best time for sure. Whoops. Scratch that, you won't be able to declare on Hungary anymore. Whoops. Let's make Poland to have a special interest here. So yeah, we are aware of what's happening there. Oh, restoration of union. Oh, okay. Well. Oh, and Poland just declared again on Hungary. What happened there? Okay, both just declare for the restoration of union. So this means they will go to war to one another when this is over. That's a bit weird there. Let's see what will be the outcome of this situation there. You can see that the Ottoman just took a large chunk over here of Hungary. That's a-okay. I think the Hungarians, Bohemia will be winning this one. Alright, next target, Switzerland over here. The truce is over. Humiliation CB for sure. Let's go. So we just have to go all the way down and we just pick up these two guys over here and it's pretty much over. One down, second down. There we go. Ah, yes. So he did unify this guy. Now he's a defensive war with Poland there, which all right, okay, he's pretty strong actually. Let me check quickly. So Poland, Danzig, Lithuania, Silly, Sweden. That's a lot of people. I'm no coward, so yes, I'm gonna accept that, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna be participating in this though. Oh, he made Luxembourg actually a free city there. Nice. Oh, stack wipe of the Polish there. Okay. Well, I guess it's fine. It's already, I think we did a massive blow right there. Okay, by the way, I have the free Swiss guard over here. He has a general 5-6, 2 maneuvers plus 2 siege. A very chat of a general, and that has to do with also the fact that I have this idea dupe over here. So right there, the mercenary leader army tradition plus 50% does make them even more badass there. So in order to, you know, play well with your marches, what you do, you kind of want to change that every so in a while, but mostly what you want to do is you want to make them supportive with you, and then you take a little free company there, a free Swiss guard for me, and you just allow attached there. So like that, both my marches there are always gonna be attached to my general there. So like that, I have a big group of units here, and I have a second big group over here of units there, thanks for my marches there. Okay, so this is gonna be a beautiful stack wipe, beautiful. And I'm gonna steal the siege of these rebels right there. He is at 7%, good job there. Oh, well, yeah, we want to keep him. And just like that, we are 35%. And here we go. It's very that easy. I did nothing. The rebel did it for me. Okay, so let's finish this war. Okay, I'm gonna just put my units here in Bohemia before doing the deal, and then we'll see what we'll be doing. Okay, so with this guy, we want money, trade power, it's okay. And same deal with this guy. And for this guy, we want to do a show strain. But before doing that, oh, actually, you are not willing to give up. That's not cool. Before doing that though, we might to make sure that we are not going over here. So the maximum is 1000, pretty much 99. So yeah, we want to spend these points. Let's see if my burgers are not happy at all actually. So we are going to do just the straight minimum there. In a situation like this, I'm just gonna make Landshot to be aggressive and want him to siege down, and I'm gonna give him like the mission to do it for me. Let's see if this will help. All right, thank you so much, Landshot, for that. So with this, we can now do this deal over here. You know, one thing that I can do to maybe appease these guys over here is just to click this button there, and that's the reason why I took that. Okay, and just like that, we can now upgrade our cities a little more. Okay, and as this war with Bohemia, actually, I don't have to do anything. I just gotta leave that happening there. I don't want Bohemia to win. I don't want Poland to win. So I'm just unsieging stuff, and honestly, I'm just gonna engage with them if there's an easy fight to pick. Otherwise, I'm just, you know, not going to sacrifice my manpower for sieging down forts that I don't even have to. So, you know, Burgundy just become a junior partner of the England. Why not? Okay, so we can now take a decision. I don't know, man. Take this. So you're determining the lowlands, sure. Alright, even though like this war is still going, apparently we're winning right now. So, and Poland just get declared by the Ottomans there, so you know things are not too good for him, but it's okay. I don't really care. So I'm gonna go over here with this war, Ingolstadt over here. I think it's time to get this. I can see that the aggressive expansion is pretty much low at 14, 12, some are 3, some are 0 even. So yeah, it's time to get this up a bit there. So yeah, I'm gonna go the conquer over here. I'm gonna give that to my march. I could bring France in. I don't really want that. And I'm gonna colonize Lorraine here and give more land to Strasbourg over here. So and you know, also make sure that Baden will be part of this war, and now I can make him break his alliance with Austria, which could be good for me. And yeah, let's do this. Okay, getting Tech 7 right there. Soon to be able to get the Tech 7 as well and Diplo. And for the next idea, I'm gonna go with the Diplo ideas over here. So the reason why is because we want to have the improved relations plus 25% pretty much. And also the diplomats also very nice. The reason is that if you take a look over here, for example, Wittenberg there, he has some aggressive expansion. The plus 3.2 that you see there, it changes depending on the improved relations that you have. So the much improved relation you have, the better like the aggressive expansion will fall down. So like you will be able to conquer more faster. Alright, this war with Poland is over. He just took a lot of stuff from Poland there. Okay, and I got 25 ducats. Why not? Alright, so for the 5th reform tier 5 over here, I like to go for elite missionaries. So the missionary company does not come representation. We already have that, so it's kind of weird that, you know, this is there again. But you know what interests us here is the missionary cost and the missionary leader army tradition modifier to make them even better. Okay, so the war is pretty much over, but I will sit there on him on Baden just for a couple of while. Here's why. I think it's time here to lose my beautiful free city status there. The free city status is pretty good, but you know the main reason why we want that is just for the minus 20% development. Aside from that, you know, I'm not scared of being attacked or anything. You know, the protection of the emperor does not matter. So what I'm gonna do over here is I'm actually going to take this province here. Like this will fit a bit there with my mission tree. So we need to have 5 province around with the Swabia cultures. So we want to take these 5 over here. So I'm gonna fill my state there. And then I'm gonna take this as well. But before doing that though, I just want to finish this here. So there's our mission for that in the agenda for going that to 60. So I'm gonna take that, and also at 60 it's pretty much over. I don't want to be I don't need to go any beyond that. Okay, there we go. We take that, take the mission. So the peace deal is gonna be pretty simple with this guy over here. We're just gonna take money and make him lose claims on his neighbors. For this guy, Lauren, I'm just gonna do a full annexation, taking this here. For Baden, as I said, I will take this province here, money, make him lose his alliance with Austria, and I'm also gonna make him lose a bit some claims on some neighbors. And finally, for Ingolstadt, I'm just gonna give that back to my march. So everything here is pretty much well calculated there. So the aggressive expansion is below 50, but you can see it's very high, minus 40. We did take a lot there. So another thing here worth pointing out is even though like I have 2 cities right now, I am still a free city. So if you take a look here, yep, we are 12th of April. We are two cities there and still a free city. That's because as long as the month does not end, I can do something about it. I can do something about this province. I could give it away to I could release a vassal. I could give it away to a vassal. I can do stuff with this province until the end of the month. I don't lose the status of free city. So that's very important. It's if you want to do something somewhere else, you could anytime just conquer provinces and give it release back the vassal from this province, and you're just not losing the vassal the free city status if you want to. But for me it's okay. I reach the limit there, so I don't need to go any beyond with the free city status, and let's just call that. Okay, I can make Augsburg again as my rebel in Munich too. It's a bit strange there, not gonna lie. And so yeah, I'm gonna take those then. I didn't talk about it, but also with the Tech 5, what we took this year, the militarization from the mercenaries. So this is kind of expensive. The thing is, we lose 13 decades here. We keep pushing that, and we're gonna push that all the way to 100. And every month it's gonna lose, and even like every day it's gonna lose and lose and lose. So we keep putting money back on this year, and what happens here is the machinery maintenance is very much lower, the machinery's manpower is bigger, the machinery's discipline there, so it's very worth doing it. But right now I'm not doing too hot with the money, so I'm not going to do anything about it. So just like that, we lose no longer a free city of the empire. Oh no, I'm actually surprised Austria did not ask back this province there. I was expecting that. So let's just improve relation. Maybe he loves me, that's why. I don't know, he does love me. Yeah, also worth pointing out here, the fact that we have this idea, the mercenaries ideas here, we can drill the mercenaries as well. So yeah, very good. Alright, let's go to war actually. So since the aggressive expansion is pretty high, I don't think it would be wise for me to take more land. So what I'm gonna do instead, I'm gonna do a Milesian war. And I was thinking maybe going for Palatinate. The thing though is that the Palatinate is allied with Augsburg over here. So, well, if I do that, I will actually be spoiling to the potential immediate war that I could have with, you know, I don't really want to have a truce with Augsburg, so I kind of want to be ready. Let's just go with Venice instead. How about that? I think Venice is not too strong in this game, so it should not be too much of a problem there. Let's do this. Alright, so the war is over. It was a pretty tough. At some point it got like something like 35k. It was brutal, but unfortunately I would not be able to do a 100% peace deal because I cannot just get to his capital. You know how it is with Venice. So instead of, well, I'm just gonna take the money though. That's still a lot of money. Yeah, let's just do something like that. That's perfectly fine with me. So money, pretty much. All right, so with this it took so long that I think I'm just fine now to declare and get more lands. You can see that the aggressive expansion is pretty much inexistent now, so let's go, let's do this. All right, so let's go, let's do this here. I'm gonna do it solo, don't need my help of anyone there. Let's do this. All right, and so in the meantime we're also going to declare humiliation war on Switzerland because it's right there, it's easy. Just have to take out this guy and, you know, this 6k and it's pretty much done. Alright, so the war is pretty much over. I think I'm gonna do something very aggressive, but you know, I'm just going to fully annex this guy, and the free city next to it is 66 aggressive expansions. I feel like this could be dangerous because Austria could join a coalition and all that stuff, so yeah, I think I'm still gonna do it. We'll see. Then I will have to chill for sure. We'll have to chill for a moment there. Alright, so this gives me the first mission there. Alright, so with this I should be able to get these two provinces from Austria there, I think. So I'll get a permanent claim and it'll be likely to revolt from its oppressor. We'll see what that happens there. I think they will be giving it to me, but I'm not 100% sure. That coalition is forming. Maybe that was a mistake. Oh, let's see. I'm allied with France and Bohemia, so not too worried, honestly. Finally, no coalition there. Surprisingly, the coalition was more like the people up there. All their neighbors around me are pretty much like happy with my situation, and that is because I kept improving the relations with them. So like, so for example, Maine still like is feeling friendly towards me. Some of them will feel a bit threatened there, like for example Constance there. Like these guys over here are always angry at me because they want my subject province, but yeah, for the most part I think we're just fine. I did play this well, I guess. Yeah, here we go. So Austria did ask me some territory, and this time, yep, I got the -25 unlawful territory there from every HRE people, so that's very bad, but you know, it is what it is. Okay, so here we go with Switzerland there. We just want to do a show strain, that's it. Okay, so I allied this guy and this guy. This allows me to get this mission there. All right, let's get this one. All right, good stuff. So the Austrian just got ejected from the Emperor ship, so now it's Bohemia, that is, and Bohemia is my friend. Perfect. So just like that, we got this mission now. National tax and diplomatic reputation. Okay. And a center of commerce. Apparently I do have that as well. Idea, cost, institutions, and spread, and burgers, loyalty. All right. And finally, we got to the tier 6 over here. I could take that. I just need to stab up all the way to, you know, at least 2. But before doing this, the thing is we are going to lock this present leader as our king. So what we want to do actually is we want to push him as far as possible. So right now he's at 141. I just got him and he's at the age of 32. So my plan over here will be to make him a 666 and then we'll change, and after that I will just able to keep it as long as he doesn't die. All right, and a little show strength for you, sir, and there we go. Okay, why not? Thank you. Alright, and just like that, the aggressive expansion is pretty much down. Some have 0, so we are certainly Gucci now to go. So that's really the trick there. So you do some aggressive wars on conquest, and then you go do some humiliation war, conquest, humiliation, conquest. So you never stop. You always fight there. So you try to keep your army tradition as high as possible. You try to make your power projection as high as possible. So you always strong and mighty, and just like that, I should be able to beat Austria with no ally. I will try to do it with no ally. They don't want to join me, and it's totally fine actually. So let's go, let's do this. There's troops are just next to me, so let's see if I can do it. So in the HRE, when you are in a war like this, and you know the odds are not very good on your side there, what you want to do is you actually want to kind of hide behind your castle. You want to take it slow. What you want to do is you want them to actually move somewhere, and then you try to fight them as a defensive there. So if they go for this castle or my capital there, I should be able to have the defensive, and I should be able to win this fight there. And just like that, one by one, you can see I just taking them down. They went for my vassal, and that was just their death there. He doesn't even want to reinforce this. He's trying to flee even. And just like that, the numbers are even. What about that? All right, so what I want to do now is I would like to siege down some of the forts, some of the enemies there. So I have this guy that needs to go out, Trent there, all these people that needs to go out. So yeah, I'm gonna be focusing on those now. Okay, friend just paid my debts. Okay, thank you, friend. And I just saw that Ferrar is also getting siege down. It's not going too well for him there. So, and by the way, I'm not calling in friends in there because yeah, he will join in. The thing is that I would like to have all the money for myself. I don't want to split that money there. The thing is with the participation there is depend on the amount of units that your other ally has, and since France has way more troops than me, it will just rip off me all that money there. So I don't really want that. I'm able to do it all myself, so I don't want to share that out with friends. All right, war is over. Absolute obliteration over here. Just one kill left there. It just, yeah. So the deal is pretty simple. I'm gonna take these 3 provinces here to progress in my mission. I'm gonna take the gold mine here. I'm gonna leave that there to land shot because he has a claim on this one. And that's 51 aggressive expansion. So we'll have to chill and do probably some humiliation war here and there. You know what it is. All right, and just like that with this mission, I just inherit Constance there in Baden. Why? Yes, okay, nice. I feel then I could have allied this guy then, so like it could have been done as well, but you know, it's okay. Oh, and I just become an elector there. I think Bohemia gave me the electorship there. I was not even aware. Okay, cool. Well, surprising there. Okay. In the meantime though, I'm gonna just prepare to be the emperor there. I just have to flip to become a monarchy, but before doing that, I could just already align the electors there. So the Palatinate, Trier, Cologne, Mainz. For Brandenburg, I'm not too sure because he is Protestants. Oh, well, never mind actually. I do have another spot. Yeah, sure, why not? Let's have all the electors, my friends. Nice. All right, I think now we're good. So we want to, yeah, so we are stability 2. We're having a beautiful leader 565 and the age only 44. So yeah, pretty good leader. So it is time now to make him a king by doing this here. You lose a lot of stab, but it's alright. And so just like that, we're now eligible now to get electorship. So let's put ourselves as electors over here. Select ourselves and see now if the other ones will vote for me now. Right now, they don't really want to vote for me, most of them. That is because if I take a look over here, for example, we can see that the legitimacy and the prestige are at fault there. So yeah, I'm not gonna do anything about it because right now, Bohemia King is just at 26 years old, so I don't expect him to die anytime soon. So I can just let the legitimacy get back to something normal. Yeah, it's gonna be getting there. I'll probably get events. I will try to pick the legitimacy if this happens. Alright, and just like that, because I am an elector, I can now get the rank, upgrade my rank then to kingdom. And just like that, we did improve our recovering capacity over here. We are doing not bad at all. We now diplo vassalize these guys, and I'm now going to go to war with Switzerland there, because he does have allied, and with which I'm actually very interested to go to war with. So let's go. Alright, so I think I'm gonna give that to Enshot over here. For only 13 aggressive expansions. And over here, if you take a look over here for the trade, I would like to have the ones in blue, not so much in the red just yet. So yeah, let's focus on the ones on the blue there. So I'm gonna take these 3 here. Aggressive expansion, it's okay. Boom, there you go. To increase the legitimacy, I can also just strengthen the government over here. I think I'm gonna do some of that because yeah, it's taking a long time, and actually I think it's going down even. I'm not so sure why. Alright, so it seems that our friend Munich over here are truce with him. So and right now Munich is the PU under Denmark. So well, okay. So if I were to declare now, Riga, Scotland will be part of it. Yeah, that will be a bit annoying. Let's bring in France, so maybe like France could be able to endorse Scotland for me or something. So yeah, let's do this. My goal over here will just be to have my land shot over here to form Bavaria. Yes, of course. And just like that. Yes, I am the only Roman Empire. Oh my god. Most of them are voting for me, so that's pretty darn good. So yeah, I think that's it, man. I think that's it for the video right now. We literally just become the empire there. So now the things to come, or since we are the empire, what do I need to do now if I wait for maybe the end of the month? Yep, so just like that, I got a ton of Casus Belli. So my goal will be to get back all these over here, these lands that are not part of the HRE. So this, for example, is HRE land that is not controlled by an HRE member over here, so I need to get it back. So I can give, for example, Dalmatia over here Imperial campaign or an Imperial ban. What's the difference between the two is that this here is it aims for specific provinces, while this here is just at large, but they are pretty much the same thing over here. So you could just go for this one over here and you will have to take the capital instead of the province. That's just merely the only difference there. Aside from that, I will also have to deal with the religions over here. So eventually we'll have the Protestant League, the Catholic League. I want to stay Catholic. I think the Catholic League, the Catholics are a bit better in the HRE. So you know that you have to do the improve in relation. So that's always good to have this here. I kept clicking on this one so like I can have the aggressive expansion going down a bit faster, a bit quicker. So that's really one of the reasons. You can also become the Kira controller, which will give you even more bonuses. Aggressive expansion impact minus 20%. Oof, that's very good. Quite frankly, that's the HRE over here. Yes, when you realize that the HRE thing is it's almost like a kindergarten right there. So one other thing that we'll have to do, we'll have to prevent any of these princes to go to war with one another. I don't want to lose princes. The thing is that more princes that we have, the faster we get imperial authority over here. So you really want to have as much princes as possible. 35 is not too bad. We want to have more. 50 is the optimal number, kind of. So yeah, I would like to kind of go for something like this. Just for fun, let's finish this war very quickly there, and then we'll do a proper outro there. Very interesting. So Bohemia apparently have a claim here. He just declared war on Denmark for this province here. That could be also in my interest here, since it's not part of the HRE, to actually give that back to someone like Bohemia. All right, so Alright, so this is pretty much over. So these 3 provinces will give it back to Landshut over here, and we are going to take money, and that's it. I don't want more than this. The Landshut has everything here. I think I'm missing out something. I thought, like, I know he was supposed to have like a Munich and Ingolstadt to have a junior partner or something. Like, by doing that you will be able to form Bavaria, and like I thought maybe by just getting the land, maybe you have to core them, I don't know. So anyway, I'm going to end this year. So that was very fun. So to be successful in the HRE, I think what you need is, number one, you need to make sure that the improved relation is always high, like this. If you do have some aggressive expansion, let's say for example with this guy over here, 4.4, so almost 5 bare years. So in 3 years it's almost 15 aggressive extension gone, so that's pretty darn good. You also want to make sure that you are very friendly with everybody. So for that you always want to improve with neighbors over here. So just like that, we'll make sure that everybody is very friendly with me. So like this, I can go aggressive, and then when this is done, I can just then chill out, try to do maybe some humiliation war. You don't take anything, you just take money, and then you go back into conquest, and you just go back and forth like this, and you in the meantime keep going, keep building your nations. So right now every nations over here are pretty well dev. Maybe not those ones, but they all have like a lot of buildings in them. I keep building, I keep getting a lot of development there, and because of that I'm making like 25 ducats per month. It's not bad at all. So I just keep going. If I were to keep going there, I will probably try to go down here in the Italy, so that I can have better control over these trade nodes, or I can even go for this over here in the since all of that is controlled by the England, I could use that. Not only that, but also like France over here could be a beautiful PU for me. So since now I am a monarch now, and even like it gave me the Valois over here, so I certainly accepted that. So this is a double-edged sword, my good friends there. So what I could do now with this is, if he were to have no heir and my king is of the Valois, I will be able to claim his throne, and like that I will be able to make him my PU. It will be just very good. So yeah, I don't know if I will continue this. Obviously I could ask you to have like certain amount of like or something, but I don't think it will work out for me. So I will see. We'll leave that now. So the great city of Holm, the great nation of Holm, is now the empire of the HRE, and we're certainly bound to be the best over here. So yeah. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys appreciate the video there, and as always, leave a like, that will help me certainly a lot. Subscribe to help me out even more, and as always, take care and see you in the next one. Ciao.